Reacting with anger will surely end in regret. Imagine being able to stay calm and collected in the middle of a traffic jam, or facing a difficult conversation with your boss, or even dealing with a personal crisis. This is the power of the ancient philosophy that teaches us how to maintain calm amidst life's storms. In this video, we'll delve into 10 powerful lessons from Stoicism that can guide us in keeping a serene mind and resilient spirit. Hit the subscribe button and let's dive in. Lesson number 1. Acceptance of what cannot be changed. At the heart of Stoicism lies the concept of acceptance, the willingness to embrace reality as it is, without resistance or judgment. Stoics teach us that while we cannot always control external circumstances, we can control our response to them. By accepting what cannot be changed, we free ourselves from the burden of unnecessary suffering and find peace in the present moment. Stoicism invites us to surrender to the flow of life, much like a river that follows its natural course. Instead of fighting against the currents of fate, we learn to navigate them with grace and acceptance. By letting go of our attachment to outcomes, we find liberation from the grip of anxiety and fear. Stoicism invites us to surrender to the flow of life, much like a river that follows its natural course. Instead of fighting against the currents of fate, we learn to navigate them with grace and acceptance. By letting go of our attachment to outcomes, we find liberation from the grip of anxiety and fear. Remember that all we have is on loan from fortune, which can reclaim it without our permission indeed, without even advance notice. The practice of acceptance also involves letting go of the past. Stoicism teaches us that dwelling on what has already occurred serves no purpose but to prolong our suffering. Instead, we must accept the reality of what has transpired and focus our energy on the present moment and the possibilities it holds. The primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Embracing acceptance means embracing life in its entirety, the good, the bad, and the uncertain. Stoics encourage us to welcome whatever comes our way with open arms, trusting that we have the strength and resilience to face whatever challenges arise. By surrendering to the present moment, we discover a profound sense of peace and freedom. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Lesson number 2. Focus on virtue, the cultivation of qualities such as courage, wisdom, and justice. Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external possessions or achievements, but from living in alignment with these noble virtues. By focusing on virtue, we strive to become the best versions of ourselves and lead a life of purpose and integrity. Virtue is the sole good. Courage is one of the fundamental virtues emphasized by Stoicism. It is the ability to face life's challenges and adversities with bravery and resilience. Stoics teach us that true courage lies not in the absence of fear, but in the willingness to act in spite of it. By cultivating courage, we develop inner strength and fortitude to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and dignity. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Wisdom is another cornerstone of Stoic virtue. It is the cultivation of insight, understanding, and practical knowledge about the nature of reality and the human condition. Stoics believe that true wisdom comes from self-reflection, learning from experience, and seeking knowledge from both within and without. By pursuing wisdom, we gain clarity of thought and perspective, enabling us to make sound decisions and live with purpose. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Justice is the commitment to fairness, equality, and moral righteousness in all our actions and interactions. Stoics believe that justice is not only a duty to society, but also a reflection of our inner moral compass. By practicing justice, we contribute to the greater good and uphold the principles of truth and integrity. To live a good life, we have the potential for it if we learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. Temperance, or self-control, is another important virtue emphasized by Stoicism. It is the ability to regulate our desires, impulses, and emotions in pursuit of a balanced and harmonious life. Stoics believe that temperance leads to inner peace and tranquility, freeing us from the enslavement of our passions and desires. By practicing temperance, we achieve mastery over ourselves and cultivate a sense of inner calm. Everything in moderation, including moderation. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly. Lesson number 3. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or attachment to thoughts or emotions. In Stoicism, mindfulness is seen as a tool for cultivating self-awareness, emotional resilience, and inner peace. By bringing our attention to the present moment, we can free ourselves from the grip of anxiety about the future or regret about the past. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly. Stoics teach us to cultivate awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting caught up in them. This practice allows us to observe our inner experiences with curiosity and compassion rather than reacting impulsively or unconsciously. By developing this mindful awareness, we gain greater insight into ourselves and the world around us. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Mindfulness also involves embracing the impermanent nature of life. Stoics remind us that everything is in a constant state of flux, including our thoughts, emotions, and external circumstances. By acknowledging the fleetingness of existence, we can let go of attachments and find peace in the present moment. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Mindfulness fosters acceptance and equanimity in the face of life's challenges. Stoics teach us to accept things as they are, without resistance or judgment, and to respond to them with a sense of inner calm and serenity. By cultivating this attitude of acceptance, we can navigate life's uncertainties with grace and resilience. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Mindfulness is also intertwined with gratitude in Stoicism. By bringing our attention to the present moment and cultivating a sense of appreciation for the blessings in our lives, we can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This practice of gratitude leads to greater contentment and fulfillment. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Through practices like meditation and reflection, we develop clarity of mind and emotional resilience. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Lesson number 4. Embrace impermanence. Impermanence is the universal truth that all things are transient and subject to change. In Stoicism, it is recognized as a fundamental aspect of the human experience. By accepting the impermanent nature of existence, we can release our attachment to outcomes and find freedom from suffering. Impermanence teaches us to appreciate the beauty of each moment and to let go of the illusion of permanence. Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy. Embracing impermanence requires letting go of attachments to people, possessions, and outcomes. Stoics teach us that attachment leads to suffering as we cling to things that are fleeting and ultimately beyond our control. By releasing our attachments, we can find freedom and peace in the knowledge that everything is in a constant state of flux. If you want to be happy, do not dwell in the past. Do not worry about the future. Focus on living fully in the present. Impermanence invites us to find beauty in the ever-changing tapestry of life. Just as the seasons come and go, so too do our experiences. relationships, and emotions. Stoics teach us to embrace change as a natural part of the human journey and to find joy in the process of growth and transformation. By embracing impermanence, we can live more fully and appreciate the richness of life's unfolding. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Impermanence reminds us to live fully in the present moment. Stoics emphasize the importance of mindfulness and awareness as tools for navigating the ever-changing currents of life. By grounding ourselves in the here and now, we can find peace and clarity amidst the chaos of the world. Impermanence teaches us to savor each moment and to cherish the precious gift of life. The present moment is all we ever have. Embrace it fully and find peace. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Lesson number 5. Cultivate resilience. Resilience is the ability to withstand and recover from adversity, to bend but not break in the face of life's challenges. In Stoicism, resilience is seen as a virtue that can be cultivated through practice and self-discipline. By developing resilience, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and courage, emerging stronger and wiser from every trial. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Stoics teach us to embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Rather than avoiding or resisting challenges, we can lean into them with courage and resilience. Adversity serves as a crucible for character development, shaping us into stronger and more resilient individuals. By embracing adversity, we can transform setbacks into stepping stones on the path to greatness. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Cultivating resilience requires developing inner strength and fortitude. Stoics teach us to cultivate virtues such as courage, wisdom, and temperance, which serve as pillars of resilience in the face of adversity. By strengthening our character and moral integrity, we can weather any storm with grace and dignity. I judge you unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you. Optimism is a powerful tool for cultivating resilience. Stoics encourage us to maintain a positive outlook and to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth and learning. By nurturing optimism and hope, we can overcome even the darkest of times with resilience and grace. By viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, we develop inner strength and perseverance. Rather than succumbing to despair, we rise stronger from life's trials. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Lesson number 6. Practice self-restraint. Self-restraint is a virtue cherished by Stoics. It is the ability to control one's impulses, desires, and emotions in pursuit of a higher purpose. In Stoicism, self-restraint is seen as a virtue that leads to inner peace, freedom, and fulfillment. By mastering our desires and impulses, we can overcome the tyranny of the ego and live in alignment with our values and principles. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. Cultivating self-restraint requires discipline and self-control. Stoics teach us to train our minds, like athletes train their bodies through rigorous practice and discipline. By setting clear goals and boundaries, we can develop the strength and resilience to resist temptation and overcome challenges. First and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. Moderation is a key aspect of self-restraint. Stoics encourage us to avoid excess and indulgence in all things, whether it be food, drink, or material possessions. By practicing moderation, we can maintain a sense of balance and harmony in our lives, free from the disturbances caused by excess and extremes. Everything in excess is opposed to nature. Delayed gratification is another important aspect of self-restraint. Stoics teach us to delay immediate pleasures in pursuit of long-term goals and values. By sacrificing short-term comfort for long-term fulfillment, we can achieve greater success and satisfaction in life. Frequently consider the connection of all things in the universe and their relation to one another. Self-restraint involves choosing virtue over vice in every aspect of life. Stoics teach us to align our actions with our values and principles, even in the face of temptation and adversity. By choosing virtue over vice, we can live with integrity and honor. Free from the regrets and consequences of immoral behavior, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. Lesson number 7. Find joy in simplicity. Stoicism encourages us to find joy in simplicity. Simplicity is the art of finding contentment and joy in the present moment, free from the distractions of material possessions or external achievements. In Stoicism, simplicity is seen as a virtue that leads to inner peace and fulfillment. By letting go of unnecessary desires and attachments, we can cultivate a sense of calmness and contentment that transcends the fluctuations of life. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Embrace minimalism. It is a practical expression of simplicity, characterized by a deliberate focus on the essential and the removal of excess. Stoics teach us that true wealth lies not in the accumulation of possessions, but in the richness of inner contentment. By simplifying our lives and decluttering our surroundings, we can create space for peace and clarity to flourish. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Simplicity invites us to find beauty in the ordinary moments of life. The sound of birdsong, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of loved ones. Stoics teach us to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the simple pleasures that surround us each day. By opening our eyes to the beauty of the present moment, we can find joy and fulfillment in the here and now. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Simplicity also involves letting go of the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future. Stoics teach us to focus our energy on the present moment, free from regrets or worries about what has been or what might be. By embracing the simplicity of the present moment, we can find peace and contentment that transcends time. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. True happiness lies in contentment with what we have. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Lesson number 8. Practice detachment. Detachment is the practice of letting go of attachment to outcomes, desires, and emotions. In Stoicism, detachment is seen as a virtue that leads to inner peace and freedom from suffering. By cultivating detachment, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and equanimity, free from the fluctuations of external circumstances. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Detachment involves releasing attachment to outcomes and surrendering to the flow of life. Stoics teach us to focus our energy on what is within our control, rather than worrying about what lies beyond it. By letting go of attachment to specific outcomes, we can find peace and contentment in the present moment, regardless of what the future may hold. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Detachment also involves accepting the impermanent nature of all things. Stoics teach us that everything in life is subject to change. including our thoughts, emotions, and external circumstances. By accepting impermanence, we can let go of attachment to the past and worries about the future, finding peace and equanimity in the present moment. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Detachment leads to inner freedom and liberation from the bonds of attachment. Stoics teach us that true freedom comes from within, from the ability to control our thoughts, emotions, and reactions to external events. By cultivating detachment, we can find freedom from the tyranny of desire and live with greater peace and autonomy. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Stoics encourage us to bring our attention to the present moment, free from judgment or attachment to thoughts or emotions. By cultivating mindfulness, we can develop a deeper awareness of the present moment and let go of attachment to past regrets or future worries. Through detachment, we discover an unshakable tranquility within. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Lesson number 9. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the blessings in our lives, both big and small. In Stoicism, gratitude is seen as a virtue that leads to inner peace, contentment, and resilience. By cultivating gratitude, we can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, finding joy and fulfillment in the present moment. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Gratitude is rooted in an abundance mindset, the belief that there is always enough to be thankful for. Stoics teach us to focus on the blessings in our lives rather than dwelling on scarcity or lack. By embracing an abundance mindset, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and fulfillment, even in the midst of challenging circumstances. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Gratitude invites us to find beauty and joy in the ordinary moments of life. Stoics encourage us to cultivate a sense of wonder and appreciation for the simple pleasures that surround us each day. By opening our hearts to the beauty of the present moment, we can find peace and contentment in the midst of life's ups and downs. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Mindfulness is a key practice for cultivating gratitude. Stoics teach us to bring our attention to the present moment, free from judgment or attachment to thoughts or emotions. By cultivating mindfulness, we can develop a deeper awareness of the blessings in our lives and cultivate a sense of gratitude for the richness of our experiences. Gratitude is also expressed through our relationships with others. Stoics teach us to cultivate a sense of appreciation for the people in our lives, recognizing the love, support, and companionship they provide. By nurturing our relationships with gratitude, we can strengthen our connections and find greater joy and fulfillment in our interactions. Let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Through gratitude, we unlock the door to lasting happiness. Lesson number 10. Live in accordance with nature. Living in accordance with nature is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. It is the recognition that we are interconnected with the natural world and that our well-being is intertwined with the rhythms of nature. By aligning ourselves with nature's wisdom, we can find calmness and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Nature teaches us the lesson of impermanence, that all things are transient and subject to change. Stoics encourage us to embrace this truth and to find peace in the ebb and flow of life. By accepting the impermanent nature of existence, we can let go of attachments and find serenity in the present moment. Nature is characterized by balance and harmony. Stoics teach us to cultivate balance in our lives by aligning our actions with our values and priorities. By finding harmony within ourselves and with the world around us, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. Nature teaches us the importance of acceptance of things as they are rather than as we wish them to be. Stoics encourage us to accept the things we cannot change and to focus our energy on what is within our control. By surrendering to the natural order of things, we can find peace and contentment in the present moment. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Nature invites us to connect with the world around us and to find solace in its beauty and tranquility. Stoics encourage us to spend time in nature, to observe its wonders, and to draw inspiration from its wisdom. By connecting with the natural world, we can find calmness and resilience amidst life's challenges. The world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. As we conclude our exploration of living in accordance with nature, may these teachings inspire you to cultivate a sense of harmony and tranquility in your own life. By aligning ourselves with nature's wisdom, we can find calmness and resilience amidst life's storms. Thank you for joining us on this meditative journey. If you found this content valuable, consider joining our YouTube membership for more exclusive content and community support. Until next time, may you walk the path of harmony and tranquility with courage and grace.